Death gotta be easy because life is hard. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. It is season 4, Raising Kanan, Power Book 3, episode 1, Gangstas Don't Die. Episode came out, of course, last night. And what have we got here for you, folks? We've got a massive episode review. Now, we did do earlier on the channel a reaction to the episode in terms of like the last 10 minutes. I just went live and thought, here, I may as well give people my thoughts. So that was like my live reaction. Time has settled. The dust is nowhere to be seen as it has formed on the floor. But what did I think of this episode? I can't help but feel it was a bit filler, folks. Honestly, can't help but feel it was a bit filler because essentially what it is, it's an entire flashback episode to tie up the dots between what happened to Unique. But the problem is, with Unique, he's kind of in his own timeline, and then you've got everyone else having to adapt to it by just showing us extra stuff for season 3. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. So, I mean, who do we want to begin with here? Right, we'll begin with Raquel, right? We'll begin with Raquel. So, essentially with her, I mean, not a lot. Well, yeah, well, I mean, I say not a lot. She's down at the police station, talks to her lawyer. She looks through the blinds and sees Hard. Obviously, Hard's dead, but yeah, this is a flashback, so he's alive. She then goes home, does a pregnancy test, is pregnant. Doesn't take too long to figure out who's the father. Of course, it's Unique. And then, lo and behold, we see her go to the clinic, get the baby, abort it, then sees a social worker. Here, that's very traumatising, you getting an abortion and the father of the baby is dead. But of course, they think the father of the baby is dead. We then see Raquel later on in the episode confront Kanan and basically says to him that she loves him. And then throughout the episode, of course, you've also got her killing Hard and Kanan killing Ronnie. Get repeated to us about 10 fucking times. But here, anyway, I digress. That's pretty much her, this episode. In terms of Kanan, he writes a part on his grandfather. He goes to see his grandma Joyce. She tells him a bit about him. So is Lou, so is Marvin, but he doesn't want anything for Raquel. And you know what? But what, he hung himself or he killed himself? Marvin's not very happy about it. He says he's a card. He still loves him and he says that's why it hurts the most. And I thought Marvin got a lot of good development this season. We also seen that Marvin helped Stefano with a bit of family business because his son-in-law is cheating out in public on his daughter. So he didn't want that to float about. He doesn't want his name being besmudged, and he can't do anything about it because he's a made man. So Marvin does it. We get Cracker this, we get Coon that, we get Monkey swinging through the trees in Fort Greene. Racism here running wild between the Italian Americans, the Guineas. And Marvin gets the last laugh, though he batters him and puts an ice skate to his throat and basically says, you need to lay off the cheating. And it turns out this guy did do that because he booked him and his girlfriend for a holiday in the Bahamas. But surely, would he not put 2 and 2 together and be like, this must have been connected to Stefano? I mean, I guess Stefano's like top man, but it's like, why couldn't Stefano confront him and be like, you treat my daughter with a bit of fucking respect or I'll kill you? Because he's top man at the end. I don't know, that just seems a bit weird to me. But anyway, it establishes a connection between Marvin and this guy, so I guess if you like that, you'll enjoy that. As for Lou, what does he do this episode? He gets drunk. We see his former girlfriend Jess return from California. Kind of inquires a bit about crime, to which Lou's like, I didn't do anything of that, brother. But it's like, she's such like a nothing character. And she's like, oh, I'll come back soon. And Lou's like, you don't need to. And it's like, fucking damn right. And then as Lou was leaving the bar one night, he was drunk. He gets carried in by his old accomplice. And it turns out Unique was watching him the whole time. But let's talk about Kanan before we move on to Unique. Speaks with his grandma. Turns out his grandma's got kidney cancer. She doesn't want anyone in the family knowing, so Kanan's going to keep that under wraps. And he did speak to Hard about, well, can I speak about your family, your mum and dad? And he's like, no, you can't do that because then people will be asking questions about why is he writing about Why are you writing about my mum and dad, not like Defcons or your mom's? And absolutely, of course, it would be. Not much famous in this episode, but Jukebox, she was just doing a lot of generic shite, man. Honestly, not that. Just speaking to Nicole's dad, like how many fucking times these people going to meet up? Honestly, man. And then we get to Unique. Well, we get the 3 months earlier thing. He crawls to like a phone box, makes a phone call to a guy. That guy takes him to a vet, says that he could have brain damage. He says, we brought in a German Shepherd that got run over a couple of days ago. And when it woke up, its brain was that fucked it bit its owner and we had to put it down. Or it bit my assistant, something along those lines. And the guy's like, but Unique ain't a German Shepherd, man. Pretty funny dialogues in there. And then we basically see Unique's recovery. And he basically puts two and two together with the help of the guy that's tagging along with him, that Raquel must have used Kanan to use Ronnie to kill him. So he now thinks that they were all working together. And then obviously by the end of the episode, the fact that Hard and Ronnie are dead, Unique's obviously now going to think, well, holy shit, they are in cahoots. And now he's going to come after the Thomas family. Which I guess was a bit unexpected. I mean, I was kind of saying in the previews and the videos up to this, like, why would Unique want revenge? But I guess it does make a bit more sense because what's actually happened here is that the last time, like, Unique and Raquel were talking, she was like, I'm out, but he was in, and now she's using all his connects and things like that. I mean, I guess this is something that could get diffused with one or two conversations, but I think Unique's going to be out for blood. But who's he going to be able to kill? I don't know. I mean, he has a gun. He was pointing it at Lou. Was he going to kill Lou? Who knows? Also, he could have had a kid on the way, but Raquel terminated it Arnold Schwarzenegger style. So who knows what's going to go on? But I think just for the most part, it was a very filler episode. You know, it's almost like they thought, right, we'll do a flashback Unique episode, but then like, oh shit, but Unique's not good enough, or, you know, important enough to carry a premiere episode about how you get nursed back to health, so we'll just show a few of the other characters and what they've got up to. But it kind of makes no sense. Like, to me, the timeline's all over the fucking place. Like, Marvin meeting with Stefano, the stuff with Lou, Raquel being pregnant, the stuff with her mum, the grandmother. It's like, where was all this stuff at the back end of season 4? You know what I mean? Or season 3, sorry. It just seems a bit, I don't know, crazy, a bit forced. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode review. I'll give a 6 out of 10. I mean, I thought the episode got worse the longer it went on. And I just can't help but feel at the end of it was all a bit pointless, wasn't it? So leave your thoughts down below. And peace. 6 out of 10.